train so we could go to like the main part, like the central part of Amsterdam. And as Australians, we did try the space cakes. We went to a coffee shop and it was literally one of the first things we did. For me, both of us, we don't do this, but KJ has previously, when he was much younger. For me, this never really, I don't know, it doesn't like get me, if that makes sense. Like, I just don't like it. But I thought, I mean, we're in Amsterdam, so I may as well try it. And yeah, we then went on our way, and it took a couple hours to hit anyway, so we went past the Anne Frank house, which was honestly so incredible to see. There's so much history in Amsterdam. We then went on a canal tour, on a boat, and it was really fun. Honestly, loved learning about the architecture behind Amsterdam. So where you've got your working class areas and then your more upper class areas, and also the way that some of the houses are built, they're like slanted, and also the way that like depending on like how many windows you have, or like how many stairs you have going up to your front door, like determines like your wealth status, like back in the day. So I thought that was super interesting. KJ then got this like donut looking thing. I have no idea what it was called, but it was so funny. I was laughing so hard when he had that because the powdered sugar just went everywhere, but he thoroughly enjoyed that, as you can literally see from his face. We then went and got some noodles from a local Chinese shop, and it was delicious. I then went back to the hotel and had a nap. Then I woke up and I was absolutely vibing. KJ thought he was being so funny, and then we were just being embarrassingly goofy, like so cringeworthy. It's like actually not funny, but at the time we were laughing and having so much fun together. But yeah, back to the space cake just quickly. It did hit about an hour and a half afterwards, and it lasted about 6 hours. And it wasn't like mega intense or anything like that. It was just very calm because I did not have a full muffin. I had one bite because I know myself and I don't need that. So we did get bubble tea, and then we got dinner, and I asked for a few things that would not be on it, and they was put on the dinner, like for example corn. But anyway, we then went to this museum of like escorting and like sex work, which was really cool to see and learn about. There was this whole wall with confessions, anonymous confessions, and it went from 0 to 100 real quick. If you're ever in Amsterdam, I highly recommend going in there. It was very interesting. Then we were just walking around, and I think we got back on the train. Got back on the train and went straight back to the hotel and went to sleep. And then the next day, the first thing I did when I woke up was film Get Ready With Me, and it was the hardest thing to film because the background noise in this hotel was atrocious. Like literally so bad. Paper thin walls. KJ was then trying to pick an outfit, and both of us said no to that one. With thumbs down. Then thumbs up to this one, which was just a lot more comfortable for him and a lot more basic. But yeah, we then walked back to the train and then went back into like the central part. We also went to this bar. I got an apple juice, and then KJ found this like snack thing, and it's like you just scan your like MasterCard or Visa or whatever, and then you can take it out, and he really enjoyed it. I think it's some sort of like deep fried sausage, I don't know. But then he got another beer, and I got a water because I'm not a drinker. But yeah, we then got more Chinese food. Let me just be the first to say this. I'm definitely not the first to say this, but if you know it's not for you, don't feel pressured to like do it, because for me it's like I have a lot of self-control and that type of thing. So yeah, I feel like I'm mentally strong enough, and also like I just feel headstrong, so that's the same thing, but anyway, you know what I mean. So don't feel like you need to try it when you're in Amsterdam or anything like that. So at this point KJ had like crazy munchies, so we just kept getting snacks and stuff like that, and I got that like sorbet, dark chocolate sorbet ice cream, whatever, and then we went back to the hotel, and went to sleep. Then this takes us to day 3, where we were leaving this day. So we just got dressed, and then we had to go downstairs and like have breakfast at the buffet, and then we packed up our room and said goodbye to the hotel, and we had to go and do our laundry. So our laundry was full. There was our laundry bag, and when we checked out, we just went to a local self-service laundromat, and it was really simple to do our laundry, but I had 2 pairs of pants that just literally did not dry, so I had to put them in one of my bags wet after like carrying them around. But yeah, in the middle of all that we got this food. It was really good. I just got fries, but KJ got like this pulled pork fries thing, and from here we basically were just killing time until we had to go to the airport. So yeah, eventually I did put my pants in my bag, but they were wet, and then I hung them up in the next place we were. So here's us making our way to the airport by the train. I have to say, Amsterdam probably has the best public system that we have used so far. The train was really simple. So here's us at the airport, and we waited just a little bit for our gate to open, and then once it was open, we were there pretty much straight away. We got on the plane, and the plane ride was only an hour, and that is when we made our way to Prague in Czech Republic. I'm so sorry for the background noise. So I am currently in Prague at the moment filming this voiceover. But yeah, so we got there pretty late and then checked into our apartment. It's not a hotel, it's kind of giving like boarding house vibes. I think you would have already seen the tour because I would have already posted it. But yeah, we just got dinner and we got pizza, and of course, you know, I had to get a normal pizza base because I can eat bread here. But KJ's straw was a piece of pasta, and we thought it was so funny. It was actually such a good idea. Then we got this vegan tiramisu, and I've never tried tiramisu before, so usually caffeine doesn't, you know, it's not good for me. Like, it's not a good result, but I tried this and I was fine, so it must just be like Australian stuff, I don't know. But yeah, it was literally so delicious. So delicious. I low-key want it again, and that's gonna be the thing that when I go home back to Australia, I will be dreaming about this vegan tiramisu, because I know I'm never gonna be able to recreate it. So anyway, we went back to the hotel, the apartment, and we went to sleep, and the next morning we got up, got ready for the day, and we went out to explore. So for this day, we just did your basic tourist stuff. We walked around, we tried the street vendor food. So KJ got this sausage, and it was delicious. I did have a bite, and then I got this coconut matcha latte, and I got this bread. I don't know what it was called, but it was so good. I am really enjoying eating bread. I have eaten so much bread in all of my vlogs. Like, I'm gonna miss this so much. I'm literally gonna go home and try and make my own bread so that I don't have a reaction. But we went into this jewelry store, not planning to buy anything, but then saw that pendant and it was beautiful, so we got it. We then went on an underground tour of like Prague, to see like the different layers of the town, because there's a lot of history in this town. Like, so much so that there are levels to the city because floods came through and they just kept building on top. And then obviously wars and that kind of thing. So this is us, well, this is me, just on the tour. KJ got a lot of this footage, because I was honestly a little bit cautious of getting my phone out for a video on this tour, because there were so many people, not that I thought someone was going to take it, but just because I was really taking all the information in. So KJ took these clips, and that bookshelf is actually a door, like it opens, it's like a secret a secret passageway, which was really awesome to see. But yeah, there was another tour that they were doing that was for like ghosts and like those kind of like scary stories, and KJ wanted to do it, and I was like, absolutely not, because I would be so terrified. So we saw a lot of like underground homes, and also like dungeons, and then like places where people would be, I guess, tortured. So it was very dark, literally and also figuratively. Like, it was a very, very dark tour to see, but also very, very educational, and honestly like a lifetime memory. Like, I will never ever forget all of these experiences that we've been having in different countries, learning about the world and everything like that. This is me being like, what the actual hell? And then I had to spin the wheel to see like what my death would have been, and I was like, cool, so I'm gonna get hit with a mallet. Anyway, this was after the tour. I really enjoyed myself, and then we were so hungry, so we found a place that had sushi, and for starters I got a miso salmon soup, and KJ got spring rolls and also a miso salmon soup. And then we got our sushi, and it was so delicious. This was probably one of the best sushi places we've ever been to. Then we got bubble tea, and this was so bad. Like, no lie, this was the worst bubble tea that we've had on our whole trip. But yeah, then we just filmed. We spent the whole afternoon filming. Well, I did. KJ was cameraman for one of the videos, and then yeah, I was not in the mood when I was filming the hotel tour. Like, everything was going wrong. There was so much background noise. But then I filmed like a sit-down video, and I was like, this is way better. We then got dinner. We got some pasta, and it was delicious. Then that takes us to day 5, which is actually the day that I am recording this voiceover, because this is our last day in Prague. So this morning we just went to a cafe to get some breakfast. Honestly, by the time we got there and got into the venue, which was called Jewel by Venue, it was like brunch time. But here's me once again eating things that I could never eat in Australia, and you know, I had to do it to myself because I have no reaction here. Let me say it again for the people in the back. When I eat anything here besides dairy, I don't have a reaction. It's crazy. Anyway, after that, we went to the World of Banksy, which was basically like an art gallery exhibition type of thing with all of Banksy's works of arts, and also just like the meaning behind them, or what people have interpreted the meaning behind them to be. And I didn't know a lot about Banksy, so I found this extremely interesting. I feel like the whole time in Prague has been extremely educational for me, because I've come to Prague not knowing anything about it, so learning all this stuff has been so interesting. The portrait there of Steve Jobs, if you want to know what it's about, I would highly recommend pausing on where I've zoomed into the text, because it was really interesting, and I definitely learned something new from that, and it was a really interesting take on that view. And then we got a Banksy magnet, and then we were hungry, so we got a snack, and we got basically the same thing we had for breakfast yesterday, except KJ got like that lemon cake roll thing. We then walked past the Museum of Torture, so we went in there as well, because we were like, that's gonna be so interesting. This was very, very dark. I did not film a lot in here because I was like, it's too intense, even though I know they're all like props and whatever for like the tour, but like, it was just a bit too much for me for some parts. Even just trying to think about how like people really went through that back in the day, like, it honestly kind of vlogs, and I was like, wow. Then I spent the afternoon filming, and this is literally what I'm doing right now. So this is the end of my ASMR in Europe vlogs. Thank you so much for being a part of them. Look at that mess. We're gonna clean it all up and get ready for our flight to Belgrade, which I will not be filming there again, and then we are flying home back to Australia in a couple of days, which we are super excited for. So thank you again for watching.